before we talk about upcoming game, your learnings from last game. It was probably a bit of a hard one to digest.
Frustrating, obviously, immediately after the game. We went -10 contested possession in the last quarter and didn't use the wind when we had it. So a little bit around maintaining predictability for each other offensively, and then contest, which we know is crucial in any game of footy.
How intense was the wind?
Yeah, it was a lot. It was nothing new here at Alberton. I think, if anything, it was going the other way. We've had it swirl around a fair bit in the pre-season. So, yeah, we could have managed it better, and we take some lessons out of that, including a loss.
So you've clearly taken some big steps forward.
Yeah.
Games like that is the next step to be able to take hold of those games and put them away.
I think so. And one thing we addressed Monday in game review is the age profile and experience of how we manage those moments when, we're right in it and there's a level of physicality that needs to get done in the last quarter. And one thing of note for our group is we had 11 18 to 21-year-olds playing against Fremantle, and they had none. All of their group playing on the weekend were 22 and above, and a big chunk of them like that next layer of 26 plus. So it's a bit of experience. And so as long as you take the right attitude to learn the right lessons in the right way, I think we're going okay.
So is there any natural elements with those youngsters that have come through, or do you need your older players to really, really drive it and yourself?
It's both. I think it's all of the above. It's our group has always been brilliant in taking the right lessons, and then it's like how quickly do you learn, and how much you solidify those harsher lessons that we've had in the first couple of years. So I think we're in good shape. We have shown really good progress, and we take a lot of positivity going into what's a nice little congested fixture coming up.
The first game coming up, thoughts and I suppose confidence despite loss is still pretty high.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to playing North Melbourne tomorrow in Melbourne. Last year we played them, we were significantly less fit, and we were up at half-time from memory. So, yeah, I think their brand of footy is an exceptional brand, and something, if you watch closely, you'd see us working towards as a team as well. So, yeah, we're rapt to be taking on one of the top teams in the comp tomorrow night.
Speaking of congestion, the fixture.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's sort of 3 games in 9 and 4 games in 16 days starting tomorrow. So, I mean, the reality is everyone's doing it. And so 3 of our 4 games are on the road, 1 here at Alberton. I think there's just lots of opportunities for us to continue to grow up as a group and test the progress that we have made.
Is everything where it should be now in terms of fixture, right time of the year, everything? So there's still talk about when it should be, this is the right thing. Where does it sit with you?
Feels like the conversation around where the fixture sits for AFLW will be going on for a longer period of time than just this year. And I think the beautiful thing for us, certainly for me as a senior coach, is the fixture was released really early this year, so we had lots of time to plan for what's coming. And that's all we can really control. And yeah, I think the learning out of that is obviously you'd expect it will flesh out and become more and more games each year. I know that's the projection that's being said publicly from the PA and the AFL, and so then the adjustment for them becomes at what, does it slide earlier in the year or later? I mean, you'd expect it becomes a little bit earlier, but again, as long as I see a fixture within enough time for us to plan a pre-season around, I'm okay.
How did Justine go as skipper?
Great. I mean, Juzzy plays this small forward, selfless role on and off field. She's, selfless is the definition, and hardworking. And, there was a moment, I raised this with the group in review on Monday as part of learning it, how to be a really strong team is, sometimes you got to put others in the team ahead of yourself. And there was a key moment late in the game where Abby Dowrick is coming off to the bench, a few minutes to go, and we needed metres generated from our midfield, and Juzzy had to stay on the bench as skipper. And, the maturity and the way that she went about that as team first is, a big lesson, I think, for a lot of our group. And, she's obviously a really strong leader and someone our group really looks up to off field as well.
So we're on the excitement around the club as a whole at the moment. It must be a good place to be.
It is exciting. Interesting that both teams are playing at pretty similar times. I think, exciting at Alberton for those obviously. We're travelling and the boys are travelling too for their prelim, but I know there's a big bit of a function on at the precinct tomorrow night for all the Port Adelaide faithful that don't get to travel, was able to come down to the precinct from 4:30 tomorrow and watch our game, and then into the men's prelim is pretty exciting for our supporters, back-to-back footy.
North Melbourne on the road. Do you think that's your biggest challenge this year, with you guys not having to play Brisbane?
Well, I guess we just take each game as it comes, and so round 4 we get to play North on the road, and we're excited for it.